We are underway once again. And what a fantastic match we've got here. This side of the draw is very, very lively in the Kansas City Shootout. Quarterfinal number 3, David Matlock against Chris Melling. In many different respects, two of the greats of this game. Oh, and what a start that is. Well, that's some billiard shot that David Matlock has just pulled off. Chris Melling goes 1-0 in front, and I bet he can't quite believe his luck. Have another watch of this. Oh, you gotta say, that's really unlucky. Chris Melling on the opening break. Gets no dice. So David Matlock gets just what he wanted, really, a chance to immediately respond. Just what David would have wanted is an immediate chance to respond after that crazy end to rack number 1. And it's not just any chance to respond, it's a very favourable looking one too. This run out is pretty smooth. And that's lovely. Nice angle here to run up towards the 8 ball. Yeah, that'll do. That's perfect. So it's almost like the first rack never happened. David Matlock will square things up at 1-1, and we just have a race to 5 instead. I'm sure that's how he's processing it. And we already have our first semi-final decided. Ricky Evans will take on Jordan Shepherd, and that will be a cracker.
Both of them are playing really, really good today, so I'm excited for that matchup for sure. Man, we just can't get the break figured out here. Looks like they're dry breaking back and forth. Not too many problems on the stripes here, as I think that's what I would take on this rack. And still one off of Dave's break and go one up here, hopefully. I don't imagine Chris often is not the fan favorite. He's been playing a couple of our big locals in his first 2 matches here, and I just wondered, is he sitting in the arena with everybody rooting against him, if he's used to that?
Definitely not used to it, but also so experienced it won't bother him.
Yeah, to be fair, he's for the locals, a lot of them have been very excited about Chris being here this week, and he's been awesome, been shooting snooker racks around the room with them, or if anybody wants to come and shoot a rack, he's been very, very just accommodating to anybody of what they ask of him. So he's definitely a favorite in the room, except when he's playing Dave or Chase or any of our local guys. So
yeah, and I think that's fair enough, really. I think he'd probably agree. He's certainly a very well-known and very well-liked player. And it's lovely, actually, to see that transfers across the pond. He's one of the, I mean, he might well be the most popular player in the UK, but great to see him get the love over in the US as well, as he rolls in his 2nd rack of the match. But he's got a big background in the American side of the game as well.
Yes,
he's won plenty of big titles, the Mosconi Cup MVP for Team Europe as well. But he's putting his bottom lip out because he's been denied a break.
Yeah, yet another dry break today. Yeah, I think the good run he had in the Worlds there kind of got him back into the Mosconi Cup rankings. So I think he's, if I remember right, he told me he's heading straight to Fulda from here to go to the European Championship and see if he can get some more Moscone points.
Oh, that's great to hear. I mean, he's an incredible guy because his schedule is absolutely bonkers, but it's because he plays in absolutely everything. He plays American pool with whether it be 8-ball or 9-ball. He plays English pool. He plays Chinese as well. He's just got all the tools. Got a very busy calendar, as our Chris. But David, on the other hand, is I feel calling him a one-trick pony does him an enormous amount of injustice, but you know what I mean. He's a specialist,
right?
And his specialist is this game right here, the 7-foot bar box. It's 8-ball. This is where he made his name.
He definitely made his name on this one, but he's definitely far from a one-trick pony. He's a very accomplished 3-cushion player. He's definitely one of the very few 3-cushion tables we have in the area is at his homeroom in Shooters Olathe, and so he plays that quite often. And I don't think many people want much of him in bank pool either. So he definitely can play those games very well.
He's just a master, isn't he? He's got so much experience, and you can tell it just transfers over. He knows what we heard on the interview there with Jordan Shepherd at the end of his last match is he feels a little uncomfy playing these matches because he doesn't 100% know exactly what's going to happen when he strikes the cue ball and where that's going to end up. Not the case here, is it, for David? He knows exactly where it's going.
Yes, and he's very, very comfortable on it. Specifically a Valley bar box, but any bar box you can put him on, and he's tough action and tough to beat for sure.
He's got a shot to play here, though.
Yes, he does. The 8-ball's not open very much there.
Oh, how about this?
Got under it, gave himself a shot.
What a brilliant shot from David Matlock. We're in for a game here, folks. I had a feeling this quarter would deliver. And so far we've seen some brilliant stuff. And just as I say that, I'm really surprised David's missed that one, I must say.
Yeah, he played that out so beautiful to get on that 8 in the first place. So.
And we're about to see Chris in speed pool mode. He won't hang about here.
Yeah, I don't even think he chalks on these outs. Or well, no, now he does.
He may chalk. He won't often feather.
Right.
Yeah, one of the great, maybe even the great field player, is Chris Melling. So gifted at what he does.
Yeah, often you'll see an American pool sometimes if you miss something like that and leave it where there's nothing in the way, your opponent may just swipe the rack and move on to the next one, but I know we can't in this timing format.
And that is how you run a rack.
Yeah, that is exactly how to run a rack very quickly.
Do you see what I mean, though? Like,
yes.
That's not that easy to do at that speed. Not everyone can do that. And almost introduce an idea that we're going the distance, but yeah, he'll be really disappointed with that out. But again, he gets his chance, and that's all we can keep hoping for. Is he keeps getting chances. So far, he's had the lion's share.
Finally made a ball on the break there, so he's got a chance to get out of this one. Mean to tie up the 5 there, but we'll see what he can figure out. Probably go after it right now. Still got a 3-ball problem to address at some point in this rack. Not a very easy one to navigate here.
Yeah, he got his cue ball, but he didn't make the pot. That was tough. That was really tough.
And Chris has already got his plan and off and running. So.
Yeah, the thing is with Chris is it's not he doesn't play necessarily quickly. He's not the speed in Chris's game is in the mind. He sees the game quicker than anyone I've ever seen before. It makes actually, I've known Chris a long time. It makes commentating with him an absolute joy.
Right.
Because the balls will come out after the break and Chris will take one look at it and 5 seconds later he'll have his route. It's actually harder to do when you're out there physically playing and walking around the table. But he has a genuine genius eye for the patterns of 8-ball.
A little loose with the cue ball on that one there, so we'll see if we get one of his YouTube highlights here in Kansas City. We see from overseas all the time.
Yeah, this is a tough one to play as well. You can see how close he is to that 14. What's he got for his big cutback, I think.
Nope, cue ball, lost it.
He did make the pot, though.
Yeah.
He did make the pot. David Matlock, big one. You don't often get many slip-ups from Chris. In those sorts of scenarios, you better get any.
Yeah, not often. Yeah, I rather enjoyed I've had an opportunity to kind of sit with him while other players have been playing a match, while both here and while in Louisiana, and just what I've learned about 8-ball, just a couple conversations with him. I thought I knew how to play the game a little bit, but no, not much. True.
Yeah, he sees it just different
what have we done here?
To anyone else. And Dave Matlock, for a guy who knows these tables like the back of his own hand, has played a really loose one there.
He actually came up light. Yeah, and of course the stream. Not used to playing with stream lights and a brand new cloth, things like that, and so.
And you just wonder, even at this early stage, has David Matlock's chance gone up in smoke?
Yeah, there's quite the deficit to come back here.
It's a big break, that, from Chris.
Yeah, it looks like he hit that a little firmer this time around and got a ball. And not many problems on that rack that I can see, no matter which you take, since it looks like the 11 goes. But I think I would go with solids like he is.
Yeah, solids look good here.
There's spots, right? Is that what you guys call the solids? Yeah. Trying to learn the lingo, but
I've got to learn yours.
yeah, I know.
It's your I'm on your turf here.
I know we heard from some of the UK commentators, a little bit easier to commentate with being able to call out the numbers instead of just using red and yellow. And
it makes such a difference, let me tell you. It really does. How good has this been there?
I mean, just absolutely perfect. Makes it look easy when we're shooting stop shots, but that cue ball is just on a string.
Yeah, he can do all the mad finishes and all the viral YouTube clips and all the rest of it, but at its core, that is Chris Melling. A finish like that, just taken in pristine order, all the right shots played. Well, this is interesting to see from Dave, getting the cut break in action. He's going to try and make the 8-ball here, I think, is the thinking. Cut break often gets the 8-ball moving more than from the front ball. 5-1 down. He needs something to fall his way, and soon.
Yeah, kind of a tough starting shot with where the cue ball ended up, but if he gets rolling on it, it's open table from there.
That's a good shot.
That was a good shot. And the 15 passes the 7, it looks like, so it does help with the simplicity of the out there.
Yeah, lovely finish this so far from David Matlock, but we've seen this a few times. He's still got to dot the I's and cross the T's and just make sure.
There you go.
Well, they'll do it.
Feel confident with this one. Anyway. We're going to finish this out. I've avoided saying that he should be out from here because I think every time I've said that so far, they've missed the ball. So,
and it's nice to hear that big ripple. He's a big local favourite. Is David Matlock? He's a superstar of the game.
He was just unbelievable with that cue ball. You say if we put that on this table, I think he'd be the runaway favorite. So, kind of a quite interesting cue ball. It'd actually be so big if you hit a draw shot, it would actually roll forward slightly before drawing back because it was so big and heavy.
Sort of like the reverse of English 8-ball where we've got a smaller one.
Correct.
Yeah. Everything's always bigger in the US. That's what I've always believed. As Chris gets a chance then to run this match out with, I mean, we're not even going to get close to the 15-second shot clock if he can take these out, and they are all there for him. This is the key shot.
Yeah, looks like the 5 does pass. Oh, wow.
Well. That was a tough shot there. He immediately looked up to the sky. But that was a long old bridge, and he was playing it with a lot of side.
So got a problem there with the 13, 14, and 11, but able to address that pretty soon. And he's going to do one more breakout here, it looks like. Maybe the 14 passes, can't tell.
Yes, I think it probably does, but
it's pretty close.
When you've got a... Well, that just shows...
That tells us right there with the way he played that, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder if he's just a hair short. Is he? No, he's fine.
Good shot there. Got a little end-to-end action to do, but...
Yeah, he's come up perfect for it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think he just wanted maybe a touch further away from it to make that a little easier cueing, kind of shooting toward a blind side pocket there. And tight as these are, it's definitely a tough shot.
Yeah, and there'll definitely be frustration for David Matlock. It won't necessarily about... He won't be, I don't think, bothered by the result specifically. I think he'll be more upset with the fact that he had the chances to change this scoreline. Sometimes in this game, you just don't get the chances to win, and that's how it goes sometimes against the best players in the world. There's not been the opportunity that David Matlock has had. It's not been the look that he's had in this game. There has been chances, they've fallen by the wayside, and Chris Melling has been more than happy to gobble them up. He goes into the semi-final with a really good performance there from Chris, and plenty to look forward to because he plays the winner of our final quarter-final coming up in just a moment, and it should be a belter.